Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, all my wrestling fans, what is up? It is your boy KingTy, and I'm back here with another episode of Over the Rope Sports. This time we are back for the weekly wrestling review. Now listen, I got a whole bunch of fun stuff to get into this episode, but before I do, let me do my usual, throw in my quick plugs, and then we'll have this episode on the road. If you are watching on our YouTube channel, please hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of this wonderful content that we put out. If you are listening to our podcast on all of our streaming sites, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Buzzsprout, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, search up Over the Rope Sports, hit that follow button, and make sure you don't miss anything. You can be driving to work, driving on the road, driving to your girl's house, listening to my beautiful voice, whatever you got to do. But that's what you need to do. Follow us, get all of our stuff, then head over to all of our social medias, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, at Over the Ropes PC. Follow us on those, and then go over to my Twitter at OTRKingTy. Hit me up with a follow. We can discuss all the wonderful sports and wrestling needs. I'm on there pretty much all the time, constantly tweeting about something, so I'm sure you won't be disappointed by there. Then if you want to, you can go take a look at our website at www.overtheropesports.com and just check it out. That's where I'm going to be posting all of our videos, our audio. We're going to have some articles coming out here soon. Kind of still getting that all in the works, but lots of fun stuff coming. With that being said, I say it's time to go ahead and jump straight into this episode tonight. I got a bunch of stuff on the plate, lots of fun stuff for us. To start off, I'm going to talk about, just because I'm going to go ahead and get the bad out of the way real quick so I can move on to the good. WWE SuperShowdown. Thursday afternoon, however it was. I'm going to go ahead and talk about the results. I didn't watch it. I was at work, followed it through Twitter, and it's utterly disappointment. The kickoff show was the Viking Raiders versus Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, the OC. Don't know why they did this, honestly. Don't know how this match was named. I guess some kind of follow-up from the best tag team in the world thing that happened the last Saudi show. The OC won via pinfall, which the Viking Raiders have they started off strong, and now they're just there. And then we went on to doing some two-way trophy gauntlet thing. Needless to say, the only thing I really got out of this was R-Truth dominated everybody. We really thought R-Truth was going to win. Then AJ Styles shows up, defeats R-Truth, and then Rey Mysterio's music hits a couple times. Everybody's like, oh, where's Rey Mysterio? Where's Rey Mysterio? Camera goes backstage, showing that the OC's taken out, and he's getting beaten down, and then all of a sudden the Undertaker's music hits, the gong hits. Everybody was like, oh, the Undertaker's here. Undertaker gets to the ring, doesn't take his hat or coat off, hits AJ Styles with a choke slam, pins him, and wins this gauntlet match. A literal cluster hell of a booking match. I don't understand what the point of it was. Should have just went ahead and given it to Truth. I'm guessing we're setting up the AJ Styles versus Undertaker WrestleMania feud, but I honestly do not know where they're going with that. Then we had the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. From what I saw, it was a pretty good tag team match. New Day versus The Miz and John Morrison. The Miz and John Morrison have defeated The New Day and become the new SmackDown Tag Team champions. Really glad that's happened. They haven't held a tag team championships together in like a whole decade now. So it's nice to see that The Miz and John Morrison are back on their old shenanigans. And I've kind of been waiting for this moment to happen anyways. Kind of reboost The Miz's career. Carry John Morrison into the division now that he's back in the WWE. Then we had Angel Garza, or as Michael Cole would say, Anal Garza, if you all caught that. versus Humberto Carrillo. Another match that's been going on for the past couple weeks on Raw. We had another one. I'm guessing, I'm not exactly sure how this match went. I think it might have been a little short, not very much going on. But Garza did defeat Carrillo via pinfall. I noticed that Zelina Vega wasn't there for Garza, which makes sense since Aleister Black is banned from Saudi due to his tattoos. But yeah, you know how that goes. Then you had Seth Rollins and Murphy, the Monday Night Messiah, and his, whatever he calls them, I don't even know what he calls them anymore, to be honest with you, versus the Street Profits for the Raw Tag Team Championship. Seth Rollins comes out, didn't have the Monday Night Messiah shirt on. I don't even know if they did the Burn It Down thing. I'm not sure. I didn't watch. I just noticed they didn't have any kind of no Monday Night Messiah, Titantron, or any of that crap. Rollins and Murphy defeated the Street Profits. I think it was a pretty entertaining matchup from what I saw on the reactions on Twitter, but that was the end of that. Then we moved on to Dolph Ziggler versus Mansoor. Mansoor, the Undertaker of Saudi shows. He's a great talent. I'm not knocking him. I'd love to see him in NXT actually one day. And putting up against a guy like Dolph Ziggler is nice for selling purposes because Ziggler is probably one of the best sellers in the company. Mansoor, of course, defeated Ziggler. I think he cut a promo afterwards. But I've heard that it wasn't really, it wasn't as good as the match he had with Cesaro. So I'm not sure exactly how to say that, but like I said, I didn't watch the show, so I'm just going through the results, talking about it. Then you had Brock Lesnar versus Ricochet. It was a squash match. I think it might have lasted in like a minute or something. I'm not even sure. Ricochet, of course, gets destroyed. Didn't expect much. Lesnar won, retained the title, will be on to WrestleMania to face Drew McIntyre. Then you had Roman Reigns versus Baron Corbin in a steel cage match. Put the end to this dog food crap. Put the end to this Reigns versus Corbin feud. Get rid of it. Delete. Out of here. Bye. Roman Reigns defeated Baron Corbin. Kind of stuck the stake in that. Call it quits. Don't bring it back up. Just don't do it. Please, God, don't do it. Then we went on to SmackDown Women's Championship. Bayley took on Naomi. I think it was a good match. I have heard that it was probably one of the best matches on the show, actually. Bayley defeated Naomi. I didn't expect much. I'm glad that they put on one of the best matches in the show as women in Saudi Arabia. Really happy for them, making history more and more every year, every month, every day. And then we get to the main event. And this is where I said the show was about to get a little ugly, and it's time to get a little ugly. The Fiend, Bray Wyatt versus Goldberg. I was on Twitter, and I saw that the match was starting. And I was like, dear God, please don't let this happen. And then I saw that Goldberg hit millions of spears on the Fiend. And I was like, dear God, this is happening. Please don't let this happen. And then the Fiend was kicking out. And I was like, oh my God, maybe I'm wrong. It's going to happen. And then Goldberg picks up Bray Wyatt and hits the shittiest jackhammer, vertical suplex, whatever the hell you want to call it. 53-year-old man out of breath, of dying in the middle of the ring. Hits the Fiend with one bullshit jackhammer that could have possibly been sandbagged by Bray, which I understand, for the 3 count to win the Universal Championship. They did it. They did it again. They took their hottest character in the company, in Bray Wyatt the Fiend, with the Universal Championship, stuck him in a match with Goldberg, just like they did to Kevin Owens right before WrestleMania, and took the title off the hottest thing in the business. I don't understand. I don't know why. Oh God. It just makes me so mad. I told myself, I was like, dude, when WWE screws the Fiend over, that's the day I'm done. And I'm to the point where I'm done. I don't watch SmackDown anyways. It's boring. It's been trash. I've been watching Raw. It's getting better. Paul's doing a good job. Just hasn't been too consistent. But I think this has really given me my reason to not watch the show. It's just so freaking stupid. It's dumb as hell. Like, you give this 53-year-old man who can barely even walk in a ring without getting out of breath, and then have him beat Bray Wyatt, the hottest thing in the WWE right now, in the Fiend. Now, does this ruin the Fiend? I guess not, in a way, just depending on how they book him. But if they treat him like they did Kevin and have him get the title taken off of him, and then that's about the end of it, it just, oh man, it doesn't make sense to me, dude. It's so stupid. Like, Vince, I hate you so much. I'm sorry. I freaking hate you. Like, sometimes I just wish, yeah, the coronavirus was in Saudi Arabia. Like, maybe, I'm not even going to say that. I'm going to be nice. 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 Stupid decision. Stupid booking by a stupid creative. Vince McMahon, you are stupid. Screw the Saudi prince's money. Screw this bullshit. Just stop. Just stop. I hate it. So now we'll get Goldberg versus Roman, Battle of the Spears at WrestleMania. I guess to protect Roman getting booed out from a main event again, or it better not be the main event. I swear if that's the main event of WrestleMania, I'm blowing shit up. God dang, son. Why? Why? You are going to see a video come on, and I'm just going to kick my TV. Completely drop kick it. I'm going to hit it with a bullshit jackhammer vertical suplex like freaking Goldberg did. Can't even lift it up all the way over my shoulder. Well, needless to say, Saudi shows, typically shit. This one, shit, like always. But, it's okay. I'm done talking about it. I'm not going to get into it anymore. I'm going to move into the next part of the show. That was my small rant. I needed to rant about it on here because it just happened. It's the biggest buzz going on. You saw my Twitter rant if you follow me. Once again, at OTR KingTy. Check it out. Next part of the show I'm going to get into is going to be my predictions for the 2020 New Japan Cup. As you all know, New Japan Cup is kind of like the March Madness of the wrestling world in Japan. Lots of good matches here in the coming weeks of March, and then the final. The first matches start up March 4th. Final match is March 21st. Winner faces Naito for both championship belts, I believe, is the stipulation in this. So I'm just going to go ahead and reveal my predictions of the bracket, what I filled out. I will post this full bracket on Twitter tomorrow. I record this on Friday. I'll post it tomorrow when this video is uploaded, so make sure you check that out. So, first match, Toji Makabe versus Jeff Cobb. I might butcher some of these names. I'm not an avid New Japan watcher. I follow it here and there. But definitely some of these matches are very good. So, I had Jeff Cobb advancing in the first round. He would take on the winner of Tomohiro Ishii and Toa Henare. Hinari, I don't know, maybe. I'm probably butchered that one too. But I had Ishii winning that. Going on, he'll face Cobb in the next round. Then you had Toru Yano versus Chase Owens. I had Yano winning that match. He'll go on to face the winner of Colt Cabana versus Bad Luck Fale, in which I have Colt Cabana winning this match. Yes, Colt Cabana might be a name that might shock some people. Then you have Okada versus Jay White. Yes, you heard that right. Okada versus White in a first round match of this tournament. Shocker. Huge thing. This is like a #1 match right here. Jay White taking the victory over Okada, moving on to the next round. Then you have Yuji Nagata versus Minoru Suzuki. Of course, Suzuki's going to kick ass, moving on to the next round to face Jay White. Then you have Juice Robinson versus Alex Coughlin. I have Juice Robinson picking up the win. Then you have David Finlay versus Tonga Loa. I have Tonga moving on, so it'll be Robinson versus Tonga in the next match. Then I'll go on to the other side of the bracket where we have Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Taichi. I have Tanahashi winning, of course. There's really no doubt about that. Then he'll face the winner of Kota Ibushi versus Zack Sabre Jr., which is going to be a fantastic, and I mean fantastic match. I really want to watch that. I have Kota taking on the win against Zack Sabre, going on to face, I'm pretty sure they're tag team champions right now in Tanahashi. I might be wrong. Like I said, don't follow 100%, but I think I saw something of that nature. Then you have Mikey Nichols taking on Sonata. I have Sonata winning. He'll take on the winner of Will Ospreay and Shingo Takagi. I have Will Ospreay winning that match. He'll be taking on Sonata the next round. Then, Hiroyoshi Tenzan versus Yoshihashi. I have Yoshihashi winning that match. He'll take on the winner of the match between Carl Fredericks and Kenta. I have Kenta taking on that match for the win. So it'll be Kenta versus Yoshihashi in the next round. Then I have Satoshi Kojima versus Evil. Have Evil winning that match. And then I have Hiroki Goto versus Yujiro Takahashi. And then, of course, I have Takahashi winning that match, taking on Evil the next round. So now I'll go ahead and go to the other side of the bracket. We'll go through here. We'll have Cobb versus Ishii. I have Cobb winning that match. Yano versus Cabana. Ready for this? I have Cabana winning that match. Jay White versus Minoru Suzuki. I have Jay White winning that match. It's going to be a tough contest, but I think he'll be able to pull it off. Robinson versus Loa. I have Juice Robinson advancing to the next round against Jay White for that. Then the next bracket, I have Tanahashi versus Ibushi. I have Ibushi going over Tanahashi. Sonata versus Ospreay, which is going to be a fantastic match. Sonata winning that. Yoshihashi versus Kenta. Kenta's going to kick the living shit out of Yoshihashi. Kenta winning that match. Evil versus Takahashi. Takahashi's going to beat Evil. It'll set up Kenta versus Takahashi in the quarterfinals. So for the quarterfinals, I have Jeff Cobb, Colt Cabana. Cobb taking the win over Cabana. Then I have Jay White versus Juice Robinson. Jay White getting, ready for this? Jay White will get upset by Juice Robinson. Juice Robinson moves on to the semifinals of the New Japan Cup 2020. Shocker. Cobb, Robinson semifinal on March 20th. Then Ibushi takes on Sonata. Ibushi will take a loss to Sonata. Sonata will move on to the semifinal match on March 20th. Then Kenta faces off Takahashi. Kenta will beat Takahashi, moving on to take Sonata. Then, for the semifinal results, I have Jeff Cobb versus Juice Robinson. Jeff Cobb will enter the finals of the New Japan Cup 2020. Then, Sonata takes on Kenta. Kenta moves on to the finals of the New Japan Cup. And for our final on March 21st, I have Jeff Cobb versus Kenta. Winner taking on Naito for both belts. And the winner is none other than Kenta. Kenta will go over Cobb. He will go have his match with Naito. Will he win? Not sure, but that's exactly how I'm booking the New Japan Cup 2020. Like I said, I'll post my full bracket on Twitter. Go check it out at OTR KingTy. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your biggest upset is. My biggest upset, Juice Robinson in the semifinals. So, that's what I got for that. I'm going to try to follow as many matches as I can. Like I said, I'm not an avid watcher of New Japan, but when big things like this happen, I tend to tune in. So, next part of our show, before I get to the final, I'm going to do something a little different here. I have this right here. This month's Pro Wrestling Crate came in. The theme of this month's was retro. I'm going to do a little unboxing. Let everybody see what we got going on in here. Really excited to see what I have. I haven't looked in here yet, so I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. If you're not already, I don't get paid or anything for this, but I'm really suggesting go check out Pro Wrestling Crate. I pay $36 a month, and you get 2 shirts plus a bunch of cool little, collectible items on top of an autograph, as you can see on my back wall. Like this X-Pac autograph right here I got from Pro Wrestling Crates. I got a Kane autograph. I think that's about the only thing I have right here. And then I also have a little special announcement after this box. With that being said, we're going in. Boom. Spoiler card. Don't want to look at that. Let's just get rid of that. Throw that out of here. Okay. We got a nice little, you can buy a Kaufman versus Lawler t-shirt. I know that this was one of the things featured in this box, so we'll see what happens. Obviously, it's not going to be a t-shirt, so I'm curious to see what we're going to get there. Boom. Boom. First t-shirt. Ooh, I'm liking it already. You know why I'm liking it? I said, ooh, yeah. It is the Macho Man Randy Savage, and that is a retro t-shirt. I like the looks of that. I cannot wait to wear this. This is an awesome t-shirt. Wow. Yes, that is going to be a great addition to my collection. I already have, I don't even know, a lot of wrestling merchandise. I have no shame in it. My whole closet's pretty much full of it. So that's the first item in there. And then the next, it's looking like, ooh, we got, boom, the Iron Sheik. I break your back, make you humble. Iron Sheik t-shirt. Really excited for this. I might wear this. Might use it for something else. I'll get to that later. But definitely a cool t-shirt right there. Next up, we got Ric Flair, Dirtiest Player in the Game movie. A bunch of different matches, some that are pointing out to me. You got Flair versus Kerry Von Erich. Good legendary match. Flair versus Samu for the NWA World Championship. Very good match. And there it is. You got Flair versus Dusty Rhodes for the NWA Championship. And then you got one of the most legendary feuds matchup. Flair versus Harley Race for the NWA Championship. The dirtiest player in the game. Definitely going to have to watch this. I might keep it, might not. Maybe, I'll get to that later. Okay, I got me a new little micro brawler in the form of Kamala. I know you probably all can't see this because the camera's a little far back, but that's pretty cool. I'll put it on my shelf over there, all next to my other ones. I got people like Bret Hart, oh gosh, I don't even know the other ones right now. I really can't see them. But yes, so Kamala, definitely going to add that to my micro brawler collection. Now we got something else here. Ooh, nice little Ultimate Warrior pen. Might use this, might put it on the wall. I got my other pens right here. I got a Kevin Owens or a Kevin Steen one. And then I got a World Heavyweight Championship Goldberg pen up there. Speaking of Goldberg, golly. Anyways, might keep this. Might have to do something else. Oh, looky here. We got a little custom. We got ourselves a Pro Wrestling Tees fanny pack. I needed a fanny pack, you know. I'm gonna go ahead and stand up on camera here. We're gonna put this on right now and get us a nice little fanny pack here. Adjust the straps here. Let's see what we gotta do. Hold on. That's not how you adjust the straps. I adjust the straps the wrong way. There we go. We figuring it out. Okay. Nope. That's still not it. Sorry. That's what happens. Big boy. My box keeps falling. Ugh. Yep, nope. Still not there. Dang, son. There we go. Got myself a little fanny pack. I don't know if y'all can see that. But, take this movie right here. This Ric Flair movie. Bang. We got it on deck, son. The fanny pack, Ric Flair. You already know the deal. I'm going to take this to all my wrestling shows and I'm going to do some fun stuff with this. Yes. Pro Wrestling Tees fanny pack. Shout out to y'all. And then, oh man, I told you it's going to be a fun episode today, guys. And then it looks like we got a poster. Okay, so this is where the Kaufman versus Lawler comes in. We got a Kaufman versus Lawler match card poster, April 5th, 1982, at 8 p.m. Mid-South Coliseum in Memphis, Tennessee. A sold-out show. They were selling ringside tickets for $5 back then. Just imagine. Riser tickets for $4. Man, it was on Channel 5. That's good stuff. I'm gonna have to find some room. I don't got any room on the wall right here. Got some room over there in my room, but definitely gonna have to hang that up. That's a nice addition to the collection. When the studio opens, speaking of, there will be a studio opening very soon. That's not my big announcement when it comes to this, but just check us out here soon. Now this is what I want to get to right here. Who is our autograph of the month? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not even going to look at it. I'm just going to show you all. It might be upside down. I know who it is. Oh snap. We got legendary AA Arn Anderson. 4 Horsemen. Definitely playing a role in the rest of this video come later on. This is awesome. This is actually pretty cool. This is a legendary autograph. I'm going to have to find some room to put it. Not sure exactly where I'm going to be able to hang it up here just yet. But I'm definitely going to have to make some space because this is an autograph to keep, most definitely. Once again, shout out to Pro Wrestling Crate. Don't get paid or anything. But I mean, hey, if you want to do a sponsorship or something, you know, just hit me up. Definitely some cool stuff in this month's box that I'm definitely going to keep. Some other stuff that I might put to better use. And speaking of that better use, I'm going to go ahead and make the announcement now. When I hit 2.5K followers, 2,500 followers on Twitter at OTR KingTy, I will be doing a giveaway. Another free giveaway. As you remember my first giveaway when I hit 1.5, I'm going to be doing another one. It is going to be a Pro Wrestling Crate mystery giveaway. I've taken items from the past, I think I've been in 4 months now. Box worth of Pro Wrestling Crate. Stuff that I wasn't going to keep, didn't really want. Shoved them in one box. So far there's 2 t-shirts, couple movies. There's an autograph in there. Definitely worth checking out. There might be 2 autographs, honestly, I don't remember. But when I hit 2.5k followers on Twitter, at OTR KingTy, I'm going to be doing a drawing for that. So you all make sure you follow me, give me shout outs, do what you got to do, especially if you want to win this, because the box that I have is full of goodies that I'm pretty sure all you would enjoy. So with that being said, Pro Wrestling Crate, if you're not already, I suggest go check them out. It's money well spent. Like I said, I get 2 t-shirts every month, as you saw in the box. You get autographs. Just got a legendary Arn Anderson autograph. Next month's box is Lucha themed. Really excited for that. So we're going to see how that goes. And now it is time for the last part of our show. This weekend, this Saturday, I believe, I think it's like 8 p.m., maybe 7 p.m., somewhere around there. AEW Revolution, next big pay-per-view. I'm going to go ahead and give my predictions, run down the predictions, do what I got to do, and then close out this show. First matchup, we got Darby Allin versus Sammy Guevara. This match was set up on the couple weeks ago episode. Darby was helping out Mox against the Inner Circle. He pulled out the little cue cards that Sammy does, challenged Sammy to a match. Really good return for Darby. He's a star. Really excited for this match. The only way to do it right is to put Darby over, and that's exactly what I predict. Darby Allin going over against Sammy Guevara at AEW Revolution. The next matchup, Dustin Rhodes will take on Jake Hager in Jake Hager's first professional wrestling match since the WWE when he was Jack Swagger. First time wrestling in AEW. We weren't 100% positive if he was going to wrestle or not. Just be a bodyguard for Chris Jericho in the Inner Circle. As you all know, I'm repping the boys today. Inner Circle crew. You already know what's up. Le Champion. My boys. Dustin Rhodes versus Jake Hager. There's only one way to do this match. And of course, it's Jake Hager picks the win up. This feud started off when Dustin got his arm broken in the car during the first attack against everybody. When the Cody and Jericho feud was going on. But this has been building up. Glad we're going to see it. Glad to see Jake Hager back in the ring. Really excited to see what they're going to do with him. But I got Jake Hager winning the match. Put my money on it. Next matchup is for the AEW Women's Championship. The new Women's Champion and Nyla Rose will take on Chris Statlander. This is going to be a good match. Really excited to see how Nia and Chris do. Really can't see a title change in this match because Nia is going to build up her reign as a beast in the division. A powerhouse. She got to go undefeated for a little while with that title and get a pretty lengthy feel for it and a pretty lengthy reign. That's what I have the feel. That's where this is going. So Nyla Rose is going to win that match against Chris Statlander and retain her championship. Really excited to see that match. Then the next match, Cody versus MJF, the match that we've all been waiting for. You know, you saw the turn at oh snap, what pay-per-view was that? What was that called? It wasn't Full Gear, was it? No. Oh man, I went brain dead. But the turn where, I think it was Full Gear, when Cody faced Chris Jericho, MJF threw the towel in, cost Cody the match, kicked him in the nuts, and we've gone from there. He's put Cody through hell. He's given him lashes on television. He put him through a ruthless steel cage match with Wardlow. He's done all he can, but now it's time for Cody to get back against the good old school heel and MJF. This match is going to be fantastic. It's Protege versus, I don't know how you would even, teacher. It's pretty much teacher versus protege. Cody taught MJF. He's raised MJF, and it's time to keep this going. Who will win this match? And I'm going to put a little twist on it. I said this guy's going to come into play. My boy Double A, and this is where I'm going with it. Remember the great words of Dusty Rhodes. Never trust an Anderson. Don't do it, Cody. Arn Anderson will turn on Cody Rhodes. take out help MJF pick the win up on Cody. It keeps this feud going for a little bit and also sets up a new stable that I have in my mind, considering of Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard, 2 members of the Four Horsemen, along with MJF, Shawn Spears, take Wardlow as their henchman, and then eventually add a great tag team like the Revival. But for now, it'll just be Shawn, MJF, Tully, Arn, Wardlow, and a little stable that they got going on. We can call them the New Horsemen. It keeps the feud with Cody and MJF going, continuing to go, because Cody really doesn't need the win. If Cody gets this win over MJF, it ends the feud. I don't think this story is over yet. I think it needs more to it, and I think that we got to do what we got to do. Keep it going, keep it rolling. I think it can last until possibly the next Double or Nothing, and then Cody gets the win over MJF finally. That'll tie it up, and then end it at maybe the next All Out. That's how I would book it. Double or Nothing for match number 2. All Out for the final match. And then you can have Cody go over MJF, or you can have MJF go over Cody. Either way I think will work. Probably MJF going over Cody since he's the younger rising star. Cody's still the face of AEW pretty much, so it's really not going to affect him at all. And next match. But that's exactly what I'm hoping for when it comes out of this Cody MJF feud. It's great stuff. I really don't want it to end with a Cody win right now. There's got to be some shenanigans, some heel MJF shenanigans, and I think Arn Anderson turning on Cody Rhodes would be the perfect, and I mean perfect, way to do it. Next match, AEW Tag Team Championship. Kenny Omega and Hangman Page, your tag team champions, will take on their other partners in the Elite, the Young Bucks. This match is going to be fantastic. I mean fantastic. You're taking the Elite and you're letting them feud for the tag team championships. Will we see drifts with Kenny and the Bucks? Are we going to see Hangman get tired of Kenny? Can we see a turn? What's going to happen here? I'm not sure the exact results. All I know is Kenny Omega and Hangman will retain their titles at AEW Revolution, and it is going to be a kick-ass, and I mean a kick-ass tag team match. Really excited to see this one. Even though if it does happen and Kenny and Hangman kind of miscommunicate, the Young Bucks will finally get that tag team reign, and then we'll finally set up a Kenny Omega and Hangman Page feud, along with Hangman actually being completely done with the Elite. And for our main event of the evening, it will be Chris Jericho, your AEW champion, putting his title on the line against none other than Jon Moxley, or as Justin Roberts would say, Jon Moxley. This feud has been great. This build-up has been great. Is it time to take the title off of Chris Jericho? I'm not sure exactly what I want to do yet, but even though I do know that this will be a wonderful, and I mean wonderful, wonderful, wonderful match that will end with some shenanigans. Yes, more shenanigans. My boys, Inner Circle, they're not done. They gotta prevent Jericho from losing his title just yet. And then what's going to happen is Jericho will win at AEW Revolution. He will take himself on to a Double or Nothing for a rematch with Moxley. Maybe a triple threat with Moxley and the Bastard Pac for the AEW Championship at Double or Nothing, where Jon Moxley debuted in AEW. The history behind it, it makes sense. I think it might be just a tad bit early to put the title on Moxley, but it's really not at the same time. But I have Chris Jericho winning, Le Champion, retaining his gold, doing what he's got to do. And with that being said, that's the end of my episode. That's the end of my prediction. And it's going to be time for an early celebration for my boy Chris Jericho with none other than a little bit of the bubbly. I'm going to crack this sucker open. I'm going to give a little review on this baby. I know I gave a short review. I did what I had to do, but I'm going to do it again. I don't know how to do this. We're just going to... Hold on. I'm not an expert at this, but we'll see how this goes. This might get ugly. Woo!
Holy crap, Jesus, Lord, Mary, Holy Mother of God. That gave me a heart attack, but that was pretty cool. Like I said, a little bit of the bubbly. I'm going to pour a little bit of the bubbly into my little bit of the Redskins glass. My boy Le Champion is going to defeat that boy John Moxley at AEW Revolution. There's bubbly in here. We got the bubbly. We got the bottle. We got the bottle of bubbly. It's so tasty. It just hits different. It's different. I had this chilling. It's so good. To Le Champion, cheers. KingTy, signing off. AEW Revolution. Y'all are watching this on Saturday, so tonight, 8 o'clock, watch my boy Chris Jericho pick up the win. Watch my boys in Inner Circle dominate. As always, stay sauced.